Welcome everybody to the brief spoilers for chapter 1172 of One Piece. This chapter looks pretty good. It's looking like just a recap chapter for the most part, but it's got some pretty interesting points to cover today. So let's get straight into it. Starting off this chapter, the chapter title is This is the Elbaf That I Love. I think this is going to come into play a little bit once we get to Ja Rule's section here in a second. Moving on, the cover page request for this chapter is Bon Clay with some swans. We're getting some fucking Bon Clay, which is actually pretty lit. I'm low-key pretty glad that Bon Clay's getting a little bit of a showing here. Starting off these spoilers, it is mostly a recap chapter with characters and maps explaining where everyone is in Elbaf. This is just what Oda does. This is his bread and butter. Just maps showing where everybody's at, arrows pointing to the routes that they're taking, where everybody's leading. It might give us an idea of who's fighting who or like where people are headed. Moving on, Ja Rule tells everyone in Elbaf the truth about what happened on the day Harold died. And he also states that Loki is not guilty. Ja Rule is dropping the ball here. He's telling Elbaf what happened. I don't know, again, we couldn't do this in the past once Harold actually died. We're doing it now. Does Ja Rule know that Loki's free? And that's why he's telling everybody Loki's not guilty and this is what happened. So now everyone's on Loki's side. We're all on the same page. I don't know how Ja Rule knows Loki's free. Maybe he just sensed that he's not in his chains anymore or something like that. Or does Ja Rule just tell everybody so that we can go free Loki to go fuck these guys up? Otherwise, we're probably screwed against Emu without Loki. Moving on, Ja Rule declares war on the world government, and all the giants of Elbaf agree with him. 800 years of the world government trying to fuck over Elbaf, and now we are finally saying, all right, you know what, Elbaf, I don't think we're going to work with this world government. I think we might have to try to fight these guys. Ja Rule is finally declaring war, so now all of the giants are on the same page. The world government's fucked. I think this is what the chapter title is, connecting to. This is the Elbaf that I love. Maybe one of the giants is saying this because we're finally going back to war, something along those lines, like Elbaf and war connection. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on, Emu, Gunko, and the Knights of God, Sommers and Killingham, are shown preparing to fight. This is kind of what I assumed. We were going to get a little couple panels of Emu and the Gods Knights. We were going to get some panels of the Straw Hats that are up in the Sun Realm, see how they're doing, kind of just connect everything together while the guys that were in the underworld are coming back up. It looks like Emu and Gunko, they're preparing to fight. I don't know if they know that Loki and them are coming up. I don't know if they are just preparing to fight because the giants are declaring war. We don't really know if they know that Loki and Luffy and all these fuckers are coming, so we'll have to wait and see. Pause. Moving on though, the other Straw Hats, Jinbei, Nami, Robin, and Usopp, are still bound by Gunko's arrows. Jinbei says that Brook looks like he's realized something and took off on his own. Brook is not shown in this panel with them. In my opinion, this is the biggest thing in this chapter. Brook has been freed by these arrows, or he's gotten out of these arrows somehow, and he's on his way to go do something. He looks like he's realized something. The only thing that this could be is Gunko. Brook might have realized the connection that he has with Gunko, and Brook, if this is Brook's daughter, whatever the fuck the connection is, Brook is about to go do some shit. So we might be getting some Brook focus here in Elbaf, which is actually pretty fucking awesome. I don't know how Brook got out of these arrows. Maybe Gunko, when she was having these flashbacks in her mind, she released these arrows around Brook or something like that. Maybe Brook broke out on his own. Brook didn't free these Straw Hats. So if Brook was able to get out of these restraints, he didn't think about freeing the Straw Hats. Maybe he's locked in on this Gunko shit, or maybe because Gunko freed him, he can't free the others. I don't know. At least Brook is not shown here. So we might be getting some Brook gas. Because honestly, how are we supposed to get rid of Emu? Luffy's not beating Emu. At least he shouldn't be this early. Luffy's not beating Emu. I don't think Loki's gonna be the one to beat Emu. I think it could possibly be Brook sending Emu out of Gunko's body or some shit. And that is how we are getting Emu out of there. And then maybe killing him and Solomers just get sent back or something. We really don't know. Because Gunko was the only one who got teleported in on their own with Shamrock. So Brook could be the MVP and boot Usopp's ass out of Elbaf. I'm just saying. Moving on, in the final panels of the chapter, Haruden and the others arrive at the location of the giants who have fallen under the Dami Reversi spell. Haruden, it's looking like Haruden and the giant warrior pirates are going to be fighting Dami Reversi, Dory, and Brogy. That's what I'm assuming. It's going to be, giants v giants here. This could be pretty cool. I'm thinking if Haruden's group is fighting Dory and Brogy, then it's possible that Sanji, Gaban, and Chopper's group is going to go fight, maybe Summers, who is, keeping control of the kids. Maybe Killingham shows up to Dory and Brogy's group or something like that, and then Luffy and Loki fight, something like that. Moving on to the next point, they know that if they get caught between those affected by Dami Reverse, they are done for. In the last panel of the chapter, after hearing this, Zoro says, "I've got a plan." I I don't really know what to think about this. I'm assuming that one of the giants that's in the Sun Realm is just telling them, if you stand next to these guys or if you stand in between them, you get turned as well. So that's how they're figuring it out that they'd be done for. Zoro has a plan. Zoro's plan has to be hard and throw Zoro as hard as you can, and he's gonna go cut. He's gonna cut Dory and Broggy in half or some shit. Like that's a Zoro plan. Zoro has a plan. What? So it's looking like Zoro is going to be fighting Dami Reversi, Dory, and Brogy. And that's why I think Killingham is going to make his way over to them. Because then that would line up with Sanji fighting, Somers' group. So Sanji versus Somers, and then maybe Killingham comes over to these guys, and it's Zoro versus him. And then that leaves Luffy and Loki free to go do this other stuff. Because I kind of thought that Loki was gonna maybe fight Dami Reversi, Dory, and Brogy, but it looks like Haruden might be taking care of this shit. So we could see maybe some Haruden gas. We'll have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see what the fuck Zoro's got in his mind. It's probably not good, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Brook's getting a lot of gas this chapter. I think Brook could show out here. Um, there is no break next week. Thank fuck. I swear we've been on break so many times these past couple months. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this chapter. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thank you. See ya.